Hi, thanks so much for joining me today. So first off, let me get started with what I have on my face today. So on my skin, I'm wearing the Clay to Peau Radiant Cream to Powder Foundation in shade I-10. And I have on the concealer, what is this, the Radiant Corrector for Eyes in Ivory. On my eyes, I am using the Tom Ford Noir Fume Quad. Again, this is shade number 3 again, just like in the Get Ready With Me video from yesterday. And this time I used the Sonia G Pencil 2 brush. So I wanted something a little bit stiffer, and I kind of buffed this in. So I started with tapping, and then I just kind of like buffed it into my eyes. And I blended the crease with the Rephr 16. So just another application. I've now tried 3 or 4 different application methods, and pretty much they all end up with this particular appearance. So this is what shade number 3 looks like. I hope this helps those of you who were wondering about more particulars with that. All right, so for lining the upper eyes, I have shade number 4, and lining the under eyes, I have shade number 2. So on my lips, I am using another one of the Chanel pencils. So this is number 182, Rose Framboise, which I believe means strawberry rose. And there's another color that looks almost exactly the same. I couldn't really tell them apart. I looked at them both in store, and they had testers, but they didn't have any actual pencils to purchase at the time. And the 2 colors, I couldn't tell them apart. The sales associate kept telling me that, oh, well, this one is more this one is more that. And then she couldn't tell them apart in my hand. So, in my opinion, they look the same pretty much. Very hard to distinguish. But I really like the color. And then on top of it, I have the Pat McGrath Angelic Gloss, which is just that clear, sparkly one. So, other than that, I'm wearing the same stuff from the Get Ready With Me video. I've got the Prisma blush on in Romantica. I used more of the blush side versus the highlighter side today. And I have the Puja Premiere powder on as well. So, today I just wanted to go through 3 of my favorite items that I like to use to combat winter dryness. So, for my regular skincare, I have been using a mixture of Biossance and Sicily. So the Biossance stuff I've been using for a couple of years now. So this is my second full winter that I have used it. I believe I purchased, whenever it came to Sephora originally, that's when I first purchased Biossance. And, I want to say it was a spring or summertime. So since then, there are a few things that I have repurchased. And the first one that I want to mention is the Squalane and Omega Repair Cream. This is one of my all-time favorite moisturizers. This is my 3rd jar. So this is a glass jar. Inside you have 50 milliliters, 1.69 fluid ounces. And this is, it's all made in the US. Okay. So this is supposed to help with your moisture barrier. And for me, I find that this really works well for me. It is going to be, you can see, for my 3rd jar, this is what I have left. So I definitely use this. It's got like more of that whipped texture. And you can see when you put it on here, sorry, I actually started filming this and stopped. So I had the swatch for the lip pencil, so you can see that here. But here we go. This is the whipped texture of the Omega Repair Cream. And consistency wise, it is going to be more of like a medium textured cream. It's lightweight for a very moisturizing cream, but it's definitely not going to be one of those heavier, thicker, more pasty like creams. So it does have the whipped texture. However, for me, this really works very, very well for winter dryness. So I do also use it during the summer on occasion, not on a regular basis. It's a little too heavy for me during the summertime, but if I have had sun sensitivity or my skin's irritated for any reason, this is what I go to. So I use this probably about 9 months of the year. Right now, I have been testing out some moisturizer samples that I have from Sicily, so I have not been using this every night. I do still use it probably 3 or 4 nights a week though. So this is one of my favorite things that I use. And I just find that when my skin is really lackluster, this cream helps with that. So again, this is just what personally works for me. But another item that I like, oh, by the way, I think $58 for this. So it's way better bargain than the Sicily moisturizers, which is why I have not taken a plunge on one of those. I really do like this one a lot. All right, and then another item that I really like is the squalane and vitamin C rose oil. And I like the texture of this oil a lot. It's lightweight. I do notice that when I use this on a regular basis, that my skin does, my texture is good. I think it's brightening that I'm seeing. It's not, but whatever. My complexion looks pretty smooth and I don't really have a lot of discoloration. So my skin gets super red very easily. And I have psoriasis. So sometimes I get like, patches and things like that. And, sometimes you'll see them. I get them like in my hairline, right around my face. But these two products, when I use these together, they really do help bring my texture back to normal. So I know technically you're supposed to use the oils after a cream. I actually, with this, I found that for me, it works best if I put a few drops of this on my face. I wait a couple minutes, I'll like brush my teeth or something, and then I put a coating of the Omega Repair Cream on. And that's how it works really well for me. So during the winter, I use these primarily at night. If it's a really cold, windy day, which we haven't had too many of those this year yet, but I will wear it during the day for that. Or if I'm going to be outside for a long time in the cold, then I use these during the day as well. So these are just things that I personally like. And from what I understand, the vitamin C in here, vitamin C is a very unstable product. So you kind of have to watch what kind of preparation it is. I used to actually use the Drunk Elephant vitamin C serum for a long time, but I had to stop using it because my bottles kept going rancid before I would completely use it up. So I've been using this one, and I really only use this at night. I try to use vitamin C serums at night just because vitamin C can cause sensitivity, and I'm fair enough without having to deal with that. So I use it at night primarily, but sometimes I use it during the day. None of this stuff is hard fast, but yes. So this oil, the vitamin C oil, is supposed to be an oil-soluble form of vitamin C that is shelf-stable. So whether that is completely accurate, honestly, I have no idea. But that's what they say. So the squalane is supposed to be moisturizing. I haven't had any issues with squalane oil, but I know some people might have, issues with squalane. So just, your miles may vary. And another thing they have in there that I was not familiar with is, I don't know how to say it. It's like Chios crystal, Chios, and it's an oil made from a tree, the mastic tree, and that's supposed to help with like firming and so forth. Now, whether all of those claims, are met with skincare, I honestly don't know. But I do know that when I use this and the Omega Repair Cream together, my skin looks very nice in the morning, and I have no problem going without makeup when my skin looks good. So, I actually use these quite a bit, especially during the winter. All right, so my third favorite item is the Rose Vegan Lip Balm. So this comes in a glass jar, and this is something I actually let my kids use this lip balm as well. And obviously, for sanitation reasons, we do not share lip balms, and they're not allowed to share with each other. But this is a product that I allow them to use. So they consider it lipstick. So this is part of the makeup that they put on. But I found this when I was looking for a more natural alternative to Smith's Rosebud Salve, and I thought that this would kind of give me that appearance because I don't know about you guys, but Smith's Rosebud Salve, I would just really like that soft pink that my lips get. And I've tried like a whole bunch of those different, like the lip oils, the Dior lip glows and things like that. And none of them give me that same appearance. So I was looking for a lip balm that might work like that. This, however, does not, but this is how I found it. So it's actually, the jar is, I think it's called Antique Rose jar, but it's the jar that's pink. The balm is clear. So put it here on his hand so you can see it's a clear balm. The texture of this is, I guess, you know, it's a thinner lip balm. It's not one of those super thick ones. I was actually thinking of putting out like a video on some of my personal favorite lip balms, and one of those is actually the Sisley. I think it's called Nutritive. I'm not positive, but the Sisley lip balm, I really like that, and I think the texture of these two is similar. So it's kind of like a thinner balm texture, and this works really well to moisturize my lips if I use it on a regular basis. So this is not heavy duty enough to repair your lips if they're already dried and cracked. At least in my experience, it is not. However, if I use this regularly, I can prevent some of those cracks from happening. So I do really like to use this. And during the summer, I use this just on its own instead of putting like lipstick or anything on. So I really like this. It is $18 though. So I always try, if possible, to get my my items on sale. And I've noticed, so Sephora does sell these, so you can buy them during the VIB events and so forth, which I have done in the past. It's how I actually first was introduced to the brand. But if you sign up for Biossance emails, they have some offers on their website periodically that actually beat that 20% off. So they do, you know, they'll do like percentages off your order and things like that. And then they also, a few times a year, they do like this massive like bag of deluxe size samples. And I got that the last time they did that, and I forget how many it was. It was something like 15 deluxe size samples or something like that. But some of these samples were large, so I like to use those for like traveling and things like that, or even just to test out new items. I know they have a new, like, I think it's a retinol serum or something, but they have a new serum out and so forth. Actually, I think Sephora is running one of their promos right now. If you spend $25 on their website, you can get like I guess you can choose one of the deluxe Biossance samples, or, you know, a small size or whatever. So anyway, you can get some good deals through there as well. So I've purchased directly from Biossance before, and I have purchased from Sephora. Biossance, you get tons of samples from them every time. So those are 3 things that I really like. Again, this video is not sponsored in any way. I have purchased all of this stuff myself. I don't get any sort of commission or anything. So please, you know, just take this for what it is. It's just things that have helped me. I'm always looking for, you know, the next best thing with skincare. And these are things that I've actually purchased multiple times. So I feel comfortable recommending them to other people. And they're things I really like. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If I have tried a lot of different items from the Biossance line, you know, like either their mini or deluxe sizes, or some of them I've purchased full sizes of. And, you know, so if you have questions on any of the other things, feel free to ask. I may have tried it, and if I have, I'll let you know my thoughts on it. But these are my favorites that I keep repurchasing. So just for what it's worth, these are the ones that I think are, out of products I've tried from them, these are the best in their line to me. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you soon. Have a great day.